Good day, it's Tony Fortunato from the Technology Firm. I want to share a little tip and trick and a habit I have when I'm on site with a customer. I usually take my computer, of course with their permission, I plug into a port and I capture about 1,000 packets. I can be disciplined and set up a stop trigger in Wireshark, or I just eyeball the screen. It doesn't matter. I just want to capture a bunch of packets. And by doing so, I can find out how everything from clients to servers to printers to switches to routers, phones, how everything is behaving by just listening on the wire. And I want to show you some of the things I look for when I go and run through this process at customer sites. So let's see how it goes. So obviously I've captured the packets. They're on my screen. This is from a live network, which was kind of interesting. And you can just simply, if you get lucky, just look at the screen and say, oh, look, SSDP. You don't typically need that protocol, and you could probably get rid of it. If the customer says, how do I do that? Well, it's just a service. You can go to your services, and if you go down to SSDP discovery, there it is, and you can stop and get rid of that service. So that's one thing right there. Check, done. Spanning tree, that's a default root priority. If supposed to be that, great, and if it's supposed to be something different, well, something to look into, because spanning tree can obviously cause issues on your network as well. Then we come down to LLMNR, the very popular protocol everybody gets when you get IPv6 on a Microsoft workstation. You get that as well. And for the people who haven't seen this before, you just go to your adapter properties, you move down, and there it is, link, layer, topology, discovery, mapper, and responder. I've got mine's unchecked, just as part of my habit more than anything. And they can get rid of that. NTP, that's a client looking for a time server using a broadcast instead of a unicast. These are usually printers. Let me see what this guy is here. We just go details, we go to the MAC address, and it says Lexmark, so it's obviously a printer. There you go. So you can kind of look around the screen, and you can kind of make your way around and move up and down and do whatever you like. But a little more efficient way to do this is if you just go to statistics and protocol hierarchy. It'll give you a list of all your protocols. And this is kind of neat because now at a real quick glance you can see what's going on. And for example, there's IPv4, there's UDP, and I can see hypertext protocol, which is typically over TCP. So what could that be? I know from experience that is that SSDP, but let's assume you don't know. You just right click, you can apply that as a filter and select it, and by doing that you'll see it's SSDP. There you go. Let's move down that list. What else do we have? There's the time protocol one we just saw right now. We have the link layer discovery protocol. Right click, apply as filter, and selected. And when you see these things, you can say, oh, I wonder who's doing that. You look here at the MAC address, Avaya, so that's the customer's got Avaya phones, so that's what that is. Let's see what else we got here. Nortel discovery and Cisco discovery. So let's see, is this coming from Nortel or is this coming from the phone? Let's see here, that's from the phone. So the phone is sending out LLDP and Nortel discovery packets to probably figure out, what VLAN am I on and all that kind of jazz. So that's good to know. And if you want to reduce the possibility of an issue, you might want to statically set that on the phone instead of leaving that on automagic. And a Cisco discovery protocol, this is probably from the switch, I'm guessing. Yep, that's from their switch. Awesome. So as you can see, you just kind of go through this one at a time, and you can just kind of rationalize this. This is not a 3-day, 5-month deal. This is just a quick 2-3 minutes, just poking around. I know what this is. IPX, of course. IPX is probably a printer as well, I'm guessing. And when you get a list of all these addresses and you don't want to go through them manually, leverage your endpoint report under statistics. And then when all the MAC addresses come up, just click off limit to display filter. And you can see Lexmark, 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 and Rico. There you go. So they're all printers. So obviously something else to clean up. And good old IPv6. There you go. So IPv6, if you don't need it, please turn it off. When you do need it, just add it back on. I'm running into more and more issues where having that on is causing a bit of a problem for people, and something else to clean up. So that's it, folks. So hope that helped. In the future, if you find this helpful, I'll pick a few more out, or I'll get some different traces and I'll show you some other things to look out for. Have a good day. Bye for now.